Hey, what's going on, guys? The Horror Man back with a controversial view of Dawson's Creek. I'm back with another TV edition of Controversial View. This time, Jason and I are discussing one of my all-time favorite TV series. In fact, it's one of Jason's favorites as well. Like last month with Seventh Heaven, we watched a couple of episodes of Dawson's Creek in preparation for these videos. Now, before I get into the controversies, I want to say something about the show. I feel that Dawson's Creek is one of those series that people sort of laugh off if they haven't seen it. For some reason, many people view it as the TV equivalent of a chick flick, which could not be further from the truth. Dawson's Creek is a male coming-of-age story. There is nothing girly about it. I mean, it's called Dawson's Creek. The show was created by Kevin Williamson as sort of a loose autobiography. Yes, the same Kevin Williamson who also created Scream. He has other horror credits as well. And Dawson's Creek has plenty of other horror connections. For one thing, multiple episodes were directed by Steve Miner, who directed numerous horror films, including my all-time favorite slasher, Friday the 13th, Part 2. Despite being set in the fictional town of Cape Side, Massachusetts, Dawson's Creek was actually filmed on location in Wilmington, North Carolina. That was also the same shooting location for Scream 2022, Halloween Kills, and not far from where I Know What You Did Last Summer was filmed. By the way, Kevin Williamson also wrote the script for that. In addition to I Know What You Did Last Summer, Kevin wrote the original screenplay for Halloween H2O. In that original script, the movie was set in Wilmington, North Carolina. Speaking of H2O, Michelle Williams starred in that. And, of course, she starred in Dawson's Creek as Jen Lindley. She filmed the pilot for this around the same time she filmed Halloween H2O. All of the main cast members in Dawson's Creek have been in horror movies, and that goes for many recurring cast members as well. James Van Der Beek did The Plague and Final Draft. Katie Holmes did Disturbing Behavior and Don't Be Afraid of the Dark. I already mentioned Michelle Williams in Halloween H2O. Joshua Jackson had a small role in Scream 2, and he also played an urban legend. And Kerr Smith starred in Final Destination and the My Bloody Valentine remake. Scott Foley, who was a big part of Season 1, plays Roman Bridger in Scream 3. Monica Keena, who plays Abby Morgan in the first couple of seasons, starred in Freddy vs. Jason, the Night of the Demons remake, and other horror films. Jensen Ackles comes into the show in Season 6. He went on to play Dean Winchester in Supernatural, and also starred in the My Bloody Valentine remake with Kerr Smith. Oliver Hudson, who played Eddie in Dawson's Creek, played in the Black Christmas remake. And Bianca Kalich, who plays Final Girl Sarah in Halloween Resurrection, plays Dawson's girlfriend and horror movie actress Natasha in Dawson's Creek. There are multiple Twin Peaks alumni as well. And going back to the actual storyline, Dawson's Creek follows a film fanatic named Dawson Larry. He doesn't just like movies, he's obsessed with them. As a huge film buff myself, of course I would love this show. The pilot episode of Dawson's Creek even begins with Dawson filming his own monster movie. He shoots more than one horror film throughout the series. The show even did its own horror episodes. Now that all that's out of the way, let's get into the controversies. First, I'll start with a fairly common one among TV series on physical media. Unfortunately, music licensing proved to be too expensive. So when the show was released on DVD, replacement songs had to be utilized. There is replacement music in every season, with the exception of the first. With that being said, that's why I chose to show this overseas DVD collection in this video. In this specific set, and this specific set only, all of the original music is included in all the episodes. Not so fast though. The original music can only be heard when you watch the show in a foreign language. When you switch back to the English audio, the replacement songs return. It's still cool though, being able to hear the original music selections. It's been a long time since most of us have seen the original broadcast versions. This set is like a time capsule in that way. Again, while that is a fairly regular controversy when it comes to TV series on physical media, it is important. The Dawson's Creek soundtrack was iconic for its time. Although I will say I've gotten used to the replacement songs over the years. Another controversy with Dawson's Creek is it was the first primetime show to say the word shit. Well, you know. In the season 5 Halloween episode, Jen says the word sh. It was the first time it happened on primetime TV. Dawson's Creek also made history with another first on primetime. Season 3 featured the first primetime television kiss between two gay males. Considering how far society has come since then, it was a very substantial controversy at the time. And the last specific controversy I want to mention is the biggest storyline of season 1. It's the controversial plot that put the show on the map. Back in 1998, Dawson's Creek was one of those water cooler shows, as they call them. And the storyline everyone was talking about was that between Pacey Witter and Ms. Tamara Jacobs. Pacey was played by Joshua Jackson, who at the time of filming was around 19 years old. His character, however, was only 15. That didn't stop his new teacher, Ms. Jacobs, from seducing him. Although, to be fair, he was the one actively pursuing her. But she let it happen. She was clearly inappropriately flirting with him from the first moment they met. That first meeting took place at the video store, by the way, where Dawson and Pacey both work. That video store location is another reason to love Dawson's Creek. But back to Pacey and Ms. Jacobs. This show didn't just toe the line with the inappropriate relationship. It crossed the line and kept on running. They don't just flirt. They don't just kiss. They do everything. And it's not a one-time thing either. They carry on a relationship. It even carries over into the second season. The crazy thing is they have such good chemistry. Of course, keeping in mind both actors were of age in real life. Back when this first aired, though, people didn't see it as controversial. I mean, I guess they did, but not in a negative way like people do now. Yes, in real life, of course it's wrong for a teacher to carry on a relationship with a student. That's obvious. But this is a fictional TV show. I said that it was loosely based on Kevin Williamson's life. The Pacey-Ms. Jacobs storyline made for some great TV. But that's all it was. Television. it wasn't really happening. Now, though, people constantly complain online. It's like they want this 2 decades old show to be canceled. Seriously. The finale aired almost 22 years ago. People will watch horror movies where characters get slashed, beaten, shot, killed. But God forbid a TV show from the late 90s features a fake, inappropriate relationship. As relatable as many of the storylines might be, Dawson's Creek was a fictional program. But hey, that controversial storyline really blew up the ratings. Fans tuned in each and every week to see where that relationship would go next. I was one of those fans. I watched Dawson's Creek every week when it aired. Then I watched reruns over the years until the DVDs were released. I bought all the sets as they came out, and I still watch this show all the time. Jason and I watched it for this, and you should too. This is just my controversial view. Please be sure to check out Jason's as well. What do you think of Dawson's Creek? Comment below and let me know. Which controversial movie or TV show will we view next? Check back soon to find out. Until then, remember, physical media matters. Thanks for watching, guys. Hit that thumbs up and be kind. Subscribe.